So have you ever, filled a glass of water right from the kitchen tap, taken a sip, and noticed that sort of faint swimming pool smell?
Oh, yeah. That, or maybe just a slight chemical taste you can't quite place.
Exactly. It's pretty common, right? And it gets you thinking, what is that? What am I actually tasting in my water?
It's a really good question. Something we probably don't think about enough, even though water is, well, fundamental.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. We're looking at how to get truly pure, genuinely great tasting water, not just from one tap, but like everywhere in your house.
Right. Moving beyond those simple pitcher filters, maybe, looking at whole home systems.
Precisely. Advanced stuff. Because often lurking in that water
Oh,
are disinfectants. Now, chlorine, most people know that one, that classic tool smell. It's there for a reason, obviously. Keeps the water safe.
vital. Yeah. But there's another player, increasingly common, called chloramine. And it's more stable than chlorine. It sticks around longer.
And it's often harder to remove, isn't it? That seems to be the key issue.
It really is. While chlorine can sometimes, gas off or be handled by basic filters, chloramine, that's often the source of that lingering chemical taste or odor that just won't quit.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. So that's the unseen challenge for a lot of people. Their filter might not even be touching it.
Potentially, yes.
So our mission today is to unpack why that happens and, crucially, what kind of technology can actually tackle these tougher substances, like chloramine, effectively.
Yeah.
Get you, amazing water without a ton of hassle.
Sounds good. Let's start with the basics then. Municipal water treatment. Most systems use either chlorine or, as we mentioned, chloramine to disinfect, kill off the bad stuff.
Okay, standard practice, we get that. But then we filter it at home. And those standard carbon filters, like the ones in pitchers or even some basic whole house ones, they work for chlorine mostly.
Yeah, they generally do a decent job with chlorine. Carbon absorbs it pretty well. That's why you often notice an improvement, at least initially. The chlorine smell goes away.
But chloramine, that's the curveball.
Exactly. Chloramine is, chemically speaking, much more stable. It doesn't break down easily, and it doesn't get absorbed by standard carbon nearly as well.
So the filter media, the carbon, it just can't grab onto it effectively.
Often, yeah, it struggles. The chemical bond is just too strong for simple absorption. So that taste, that slight chemical edge you still notice, that could very well be the chloramine sailing right through your filter.
Wow. So if you've bought a filter system thinking, great, problem solved, but that weird taste is still there, especially if your city uses chloramine.
Now you know why. The filter might be doing its best, but it's kind of fighting a losing battle against chloramine's chemistry.
That distinction is huge then. It really affects the water you're drinking, cooking with, showering in, everything.
Every single drop, yeah.
Okay, so if standard carbon filters are often, outmatched by chloramine, what's the answer? What actually works on this stuff? Is there a better technology?
There absolutely is. And this is where it gets really interesting, technologically speaking. The solution lies in something called catalytic carbon.
Catalytic carbon. Okay, sounds fancy. Is it just marketing or is it genuinely different?
No, it's genuinely different. It's a significant step up in how filter media works.
Right. Help me visualize this. My brain keeps going back to the filter being like a sponge, just soaking stuff up. How does catalytic carbon go beyond that?
That sponge analogy is perfect for standard carbon. It absorbs contaminants, basically holding onto them until it gets full. Works okay for many things.
Then not so great for stubborn chloramine.
Right. Chloramine often just slips past that sponge. Now, catalytic carbon, think of it as an enhanced version. It's still carbon, but it's been chemically treated or altered, so it acts as a catalyst.
A catalyst. Like in chemistry class,
Yeah.
speeding up a reaction.
Exactly like that. So instead of just passively trying to trap the chloramine, the catalytic carbon actively promotes a chemical reaction. It actually breaks the chemical bonds of the chloramine molecule.
Whoa, so it's not just catching it, it's disarming it, breaking it down into harmless components.
Precisely. It neutralizes it. It fundamentally changes the chloramine so it's no longer chloramine. Less like a sponge, more like a tiny targeted treatment process happening right inside the filter media.
That is a completely different approach. Okay, so the real world benefit for someone listening is what? Just truly clean water everywhere.
Yes, crystal clear, genuinely fresh tasting water. From the kitchen sink, the bathroom faucet, the shower head, everywhere. No residual chemical taste, no faint odors, just pure, clean water throughout the entire house.
That's the goal, isn't it? A total upgrade.
It really is a holistic improvement.
Okay, so we understand the power of catalytic carbon now. How does this actually get into someone's home? Are these big, complicated systems, or are there choices?
Good question. They're designed with practicality in mind. Usually there are a couple of main installation options depending on your home setup and, frankly, your preference for maintenance.
All right, let's hear about option one, maybe for someone who wants it super easy.
Definitely. For maximum convenience, there's often an automated back flushing system. This one has an electrical head unit, like a timer or controller.
Okay, electric. And what does that do?
It basically runs an automated cleaning cycle for the filter media. Typically, maybe every 3 weeks or so, it performs a back flush.
Back flush. So it cleans itself.
In essence, yes. It reverses the water flow briefly to fluff up the catalytic carbon media, wash out any trapped sediment, and keep the media fresh and working at its best.
Ah, that makes sense. So it keeps the filter performing optimally and probably makes the media last longer too.
Exactly. It significantly extends the life of the catalytic carbon and ensures you're always getting peak performance. It's pretty much the set it and forget it choice. Install it, plug it in, and it takes care of itself.
That sounds very appealing. But what if you don't have an electrical outlet handy right where the water line comes in? Or maybe you just prefer something simpler, less mechanical.
That's where the second option comes in. It's often called a simple inlet outlet system, or sometimes an upflow system. No electrical head unit needed.
Okay, so completely passive. How does that work?
It provides all the same fantastic filtration benefits of the catalytic carbon breaking down chloramine, improving taste and odor. It just doesn't have that automated cleaning cycle.
So you still get the amazing water quality,
Absolutely. You get the same purification.
but the maintenance is just handled differently. How
Yeah.
do you maintain that one?
Right. With the simpler system, instead of back flushing, the catalytic carbon media itself is just replaced when it reaches the end of its service life. It's a straightforward swap out, usually done by a technician.
Gotcha. So it's really about choosing the setup that fits your home and how hands-on you want to be. Either way, you get the core benefit.
Exactly. Tailoring the solution to the situation.
Okay, so whether you go for the automated one or the simpler in-out version, the core catalytic carbon is doing its job. But it feels like the benefits go beyond just taste. Right.
Oh, absolutely. Getting rid of that chlorine or chloramine taste and smell is usually the first thing people notice. And it's great. But yeah, the advantages are much broader.
Like what?
Yeah.
What else is happening?
Well, you're getting more comprehensive contaminant removal overall. But beyond just the water itself, think about the environmental side.
How so?
These catalytic carbon systems, they don't typically use salt or add any harsh chemicals back into your water supply or the drain, unlike some other water treatment methods like traditional softeners.
Ah, okay. So it's a cleaner process environmentally. That's a big plus these days.
Definitely. And then there's the protection aspect for your home itself.
You mean protecting pipes and appliances?
Yeah.
How significant is that?
It's actually pretty significant. Chlorine, and especially chloramine, are disinfectants because they're reactive, right? Well, that same reactivity makes them corrosive over time.
Corrosive to metal pipes, like copper.
Yep, copper pipes, fixtures, the heating element in your water heater, the internal parts of your dishwasher, your washing machine. That constant exposure to chlorine or chloramine slowly degrades them.
So removing those chemicals with the catalytic carbon system actually helps your plumbing and appliances last longer.
Precisely. You're removing that corrosive element from the water flowing through your entire house. It protects your investment in all those systems.
Wow, that really reframes it. It's not just about better water now, it's about preventing costly repairs and replacements down the road. Fewer plumbing issues, longer appliance life.
That's the long-term saving, yes. It connects directly. Better water quality leads to better longevity for everything the water touches.
It's a smart investment then, not just a luxury.
I certainly see it that way. Health benefits, convenience, and protecting your home's infrastructure.
This whole deep dive has been really illuminating. It's clear that moving to an advanced whole home system, especially one using catalytic carbon, isn't just tweaking the taste. It's transforming your home's water entirely.
It really is a fundamental shift from just dealing with symptoms like bad taste to tackling the root cause, removing those tricky disinfectants and other contaminants effectively. It impacts everything.
Yeah, your morning coffee tastes better, your shower feels cleaner, and your pipes are happier. And it leaves you with a final thought, doesn't it? If the water we use every day, untreated, can slowly corrode metal pipes and wear down appliances, well, what other, maybe more subtle impacts are those disinfectants having on things we don't even connect to the water, perhaps?
That's a fascinating question. Beyond the obvious wear and tear, how else might the constant presence of these chemicals influence our daily lives, our homes, maybe even aspects of our well-being in ways we haven't considered?
Right. What might change quietly if every single drop in your house was genuinely pure? Something to think about.